My name is Dan Robbins. I'm a orthopedic spine specialist. I work at OA Center for Orthopedics in Portland, and also work out at Brunswick, Maine at this point. I've been practicing for a while, and certainly came to Maine, I don't know, for not just a change of venue, but certainly to work on some new systems in terms of spine care, trying to integrate spine care amongst the Spectrum Medical Group and the multiple groups in the area. My father was a physical therapist. My mother was an occupational therapist, so I had some inkling about healthcare, but I think that the epiphany was skiing and hurting myself and waiting at the bottom of a mountain for the orthopedic surgeon to check out my lower extremity. So I kind of said, this wouldn't be a bad deal. I kind of like this combination, kind of helping people and also being able to kind of enjoy the outdoors and kind of have some applicable expertise. So that was probably the first time. I do spine care. I'm a spine surgeon, but spine care is really this overarching thought around what does spine pain and spine problems mean to people. I think it was a challenge. I think spine is like the redheaded stepchild of orthopedic problems. I think the issue is it's very little is known. It has a overarching sense of doom and gloom. I think there's a lot of stuff, though, that can be demystified by good spine care and by desensitizing people to the fears of what can happen as opposed to what should happen, which is very positive. And that's from a conservative standpoint all the way up to a surgical intervention. Well, I treat neck and low back pain, fractures of the spine, all kinds of instabilities, disc herniations. We treat them as, always in a conservative manner and a chance to try and allow the body to do what it needs to do, and also integrating an understanding of what's wrong so that the patients don't have to repeat this again. The part of this problem is a linkage to how we all act mechanically, and so with my background in biomechanical engineering, I kind of see it in a different light along with the normal aspects of what the physiologic issues are. So the idea is to treat them, to let your body get better on a certain level by itself, but also not to re-injure it on a regular basis. I think OA brings to orthopedics a cross-disciplinary care plan and care team that really integrated well and has very collegial as a group. A lot of the philosophy is very similar in terms of patient care. I found it refreshing to have a group that can do everything and also prides itself on the highest level of expertise and outcomes. They tend to measure things. We tend to make sure we're not fooling ourselves about what we're doing. We clearly, as a group, seem to relish the interaction that kind of brings new understanding to topics, and I think it's an academic as well as an educational venue for care, not just for the patients but for the practitioners. So I found it very refreshing and very energizing, so I think that was a great fit for me, and I think it's great care, so that's my primary thought around any kind of group. I do run. That's kind of my major de-stressor and activity, just because I can get it in easily. I enjoy that. I do ski and camp, and we do a lot of outdoor activities, do a fair amount of road trips to camping sites, canoeing, kayaking, things like that. But the skiing is the winter activity. I've been living the last 20 plus years in Vermont, and Maine has its fair share of snow, so it's a wonderful kind of segue. I just add a little bit of water, which doesn't exist in Vermont and to this degree, and it's a great combination of outdoor things. We've been here a little while, but certainly it's the great Portland itself is a vibrant city, and that's kind of real fun. It's got great little neighborhoods, and I think that's got a feel. I grew up actually in New York City, but certainly this has a much homier feel, and certainly something around the mixture of Vermont and a city activity. I think it's been great in terms of both cultural. The restaurant scene is amazing, and certainly I think it's just access to the outdoors is easy. So I think this combination is the trifecta for me.